Hello everyone, welcome back for another deck concept here on Ding. Today we're going to be going over a deck designed to frustrate your opponent. Um, this thing's fantastic against mono red decks. I mean, at least certain cards are. So let's break it down and go through everything. Right away, Radiant Grace, 1 casting cost enchantment. Enchant creature, enchanted creature gets +1/+0 and has vigilance. When the enchanted creature dies, return Radiant Grace to the battlefield transformed under your control attached to target opponent. And it becomes Radiant Restraints. Enchantment or a curse. Enchanted player. Creatures enchanted player controls enter the battlefield tapped. Annoying. And it's a good setup for the Emperor. So when they drop a creature, say any kind of big beef, it'll come in tap. Emperor can cut it up right away if you need to. It's also great against haste creatures. When they come into play, they're just going to be tapped, so they're not a problem. And the real perk for this is throwing Vigilance. On a couple of our bigger cards, Vigilance is just so gross. It makes it so that the creature can play defense and offense, and it usually is a card that if you put that Radiant Grace on there, they're going to want to kill that creature just because it's just too powerful. And then you get the restraints, which helps. Recruitment Officer. So we're playing with High Noon, which limits our casting spells. So you want to have creatures and things to be able to do that don't cast spells, so you can still keep your board busy and developing. Recruitment Officers, 1 casting cost 2/1 for a human soldier. Cast a tap 3 and a white. Look at your top 4 cards. You may reveal a creature card with mana value 3 or less from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. So I have 4, 7, 11, 14 creatures that are 2 casting costs or less. So the officer can usually come up with something that can help you develop the board a little better. In some cases, just cycle through cards faster. Skrelv, Defector Might. Another very annoying creature. 1 casting cost 1/1 for a legendary artifact creature. Phyrexian Might, Toxic 1. It can't block, but if you tap a white and it, or pay 2 life and tap it, choose a color. Another target creature you control gains Toxic 1 and Hexproof from that color until end of turn. It can't be blocked by creatures of that color this turn. So it can turn your creatures into attackers that can't be blocked by a certain color. It can also protect your creatures from anything that are going to target one of them. The Defector Might is usually one of those cards that when it comes into play, it gets killed because it can protect all your other creatures and makes the game much more frustrating. And that's kind of the name of this game here. Doorkeeper Thrall, 1 casting cost, 1 white for a 1/2 flying flash creature. Artifacts and creatures entering the battlefield don't cause abilities to trigger. So Atraxa, nothing. Villager, nothing. Any creature that comes into play and has an effect that is a result of it coming into play, the Thrall turns it off. Being flat, and that's artifacts too. So that fancy artifact deck that's going around with the blue one that produces all the artifact creatures, this Thrall shuts that thing right down. And being flash, you can wait for them to cast something so that you can drop the Thrall in reaction and get them by even more surprise. Plus a cheap little blocker for a 1/2. Get Lost. 1 white, 1 other for an instant. This is the staple card removal for creatures, enchantments, or planeswalkers. The map tokens don't make much of a difference if they don't have anything to use them with. High Noon. One of those cards, the more I played with, the more there's some strategy to be involved with this card. If you're prepared for it, and this deck does a decent job of giving yourself things to do either on your opponent's turn, where you can cast 1 spell on their turn and 1 spell on your turn, and its ability to deal 5 damage to any target. Makes it a real sleeper. You don't see it coming. It's so cheap, gets out fast. So then it limits, and red just despises this card. They can only cast 1 card a turn, so if they plot all this fancy stuff and get ready to have that 1 turn from out of nowhere to clean your clock, well, they're only casting 1 turn, or one card a turn. So High Noon, Very recommended. Thalia, Guardian of Thraben. Another annoying card. 1 white, 1 other for a 2/1 legendary creature, human soldier, first strike. Non-creature spells cost 1 more to cast. Non-creature spells cost 1 more to cast. So annoying. So, your opponent's blue decks all cost 1 more for their spells. The red decks all cost 1 more for their spells. Thalia combined with High Noon means if they're going to cast anything, they're going to cast 1, and it costs more, and it's first strike. So Thalia is a really good defender. Just it's one of those cards that's so borderline broken because it's just so cheap and has such a powerful effect. The Wandering Emperor, probably the most annoying planeswalker in the game right now. 2 white, 2 others for a 3 loyalty counter flash. As long as the Emperor entered the battlefield this turn, you may activate her loyalty abilities anytime you cast an instant. And it's put 1 loyalty counter on it to give a +1/+1 on target creature. It gains first strike until end of turn. -1 loyalty counter creates a 2/2 white samurai creature token with vigilance. And -2 loyalty counters exile target tapped creature, you gain 2 life. She's just a staple. And again, be a flash. If you have a High Noon out, you cast it on your opponent's turn, which usually is when the Emperor's cast. It's just a powerful card, producing creatures, exiling others, making things beefy. Archangel of Tides, 3 white, 1 other for a 3/5 flying. As long as Archangel of Tides is untapped, creatures can't attack you or planeswalkers you control unless their controller plays 1 for each of those creatures. As long as Archangel of Tides is attacking, creatures can't block unless their controller pays 1 for each of those creatures. She is so annoying. There's so many times I've seen my opponents just tap out to produce their Armada to overwhelm me, only to realize they have to pay 1 mana for every creature they want to attack with. If you have 2 Archangels out there, now it's 2 for every creature they want to attack with. She can shut things down. She's a 3/5 flying, so she's not small by any means. 4 casting cost is not terrible. I mean, this is a more or less mono white deck. The only source of red's in here for the High Noons. And it just rolls. This card alone has won me quite a few games just because people really don't understand what she's about. And when she gets out there and is protected, again, there's where you want your mites and your ability to keep her alive. She's a really good card. Can swing the balance in a lot of things. Phyrexian Vindicator. 4 white for a 5/5 flying. If damage would be dealt to Phyrexian Vindicator, prevent that damage. When damage is prevented this way, the Vindicator deals that much damage to any other target. This is the most anti-red card in the meta right now. If you're alive long enough to get to 5 and you're not going to be overwhelmed, and that's the key. You got to really survive long enough to get the Vindicator out there. But when it's out there, forget about it. There's nothing red can do about this. At least red in the current meta. It just, all the damage that red deals is damage. It's not like black or white that just take cards out of the battlefield. Red needs to hurt. And Phyrexian Vindicator says, I don't care what you hit me with. I'm going to punch you back with it. And I'm still going to hang around. So, if you can get the Vindicator out there and you're still sitting at like 10, 12 life, you got it on easy street against a mono red deck. And land breakdown's pretty basics. City of the Empire 2, Plains 14, Battlefield Forge 4, Sundown Pass 4. Again, this is not the kind of deck you want to have tap lands. You want a good solid start up quick to get your High Noons out there or your Thalias out there to start hindering your opponent's game plans. The first couple of matches I was using a Planeswalker that's not in this deck right now. I ended up replacing them with Radiant Grace. It turns out I was just using her for the abilities to get Vigilance. For the most part, Vigilance or Flying. And Radiant Grace is much cheaper, and its ability is much more annoying and frustrating. So when I upgraded that, I felt like the deck was a little more solid. So if you see her in the first couple of matches, just realize the last few matches she got replaced, and I think the upgrade's better. But if you want to go back that way, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't fault you. It's nice having other sources of life gain. So there's a deck summation, guys. I hope you enjoy what you see. Have yourselves a great day, and I'll catch you all later. Peace. Magic Arena time. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Plan Loss and myself, standard rank, best of 1. I like this start. A 1 and a 2 is a great way to go with. So what is our opponent playing today? Nice card back. Ooh, red. Ominous. And there we go. 1000% I'd block that. But I guess he's not courageous enough. Just kidding. He totally knows it's not worth his time. Anytime you get to have a red mana not do anything. Plan Loss. Deep in thought for a mono red deck. What to go with? I'm toasting my little dude. We can get to our Vindicator. This game will probably be over. Mono red cannot handle the Vindicator on almost any level unless you're already almost dead. Here's just going to be a chump blocker, right? Because we don't care about this. We just care about saving the mana, or saving the life. Now we get out of Vindicator and watch red wither. The ultimate red wall. Mono red, standard rank, best of 1, of course. I'm going to eat Godric up like a little candy. And then I'm going to pick something off of his. Well, I'm not touching him, I guess. Which is fine. The Wanderer will get him next turn. Really, Reveler? Well, I'll be happy to join you in whatever dance you got planned there. You don't know. You do now. Not really. I just had to put down one card, really. Plan Loss is planning his loss. It's only going to get worse from here, Mind Rod. It's nice having a red deck feel pinned. So I guess we're just going to attack with the Archangel for now. We're going to be dropping some things here that are going to be going our way. But it won't be this turn, it'll be his turn. Drop the Emperor. Play a beat. 6 mana. Man, and nothing went Plan Loss's way this turn. Or this game. Run into a Vindicator with lots of life. And then just draw 6 land.
Anyone who harms my people must contend with me. Let your blade do
Get
the
more
talking.
D. Start putting that writing on the wall. And now it's done. I'm just going to give the Vindicator vigilance. And he's just going to start getting things done.
And I'll defend it like one. I know there's a hero inside you.
Yeah. Probably shouldn't have hung around that last. Probably should have cratered as soon as you saw the Vindicator. Thanks for checking the deck out, guys, and I'll catch you in the next match. See you soon. Hello, once again. Thanks for joining us, everyone. More Magic Arena. Standard rank best of 1. I agree with the start. Get our recruitment officer out there, get our high noon out there. Let's start another red A. Well, we definitely want that high noon out there now. Only one spell a turn now, sir. Here, have a punch in the head for your troubles. Thank you for your consideration, kind sir. Hit me. Do we ever need that 1 mana now, though? 1 more white mana. Drop a Vindicator. Drop your Archangel. And start creating all sorts of problems for this guy. First, let's start with this trouble. You go away. You just cast your spell for the turn. Or did you? Does that count if the spell didn't resolve? I guess we'll find out. And out we found. Well, we'll definitely have this nailed down as soon as we get a little mana. Like, 1 more mana. I'll take any color first, but preferably white, and we'll just start making this a... There we go. Let's just start making this a happy world after all. That guy's your nightmare. And the longer you stay around, unless you have maybe he has one of those take a creature for a turn thing. 3 red is usually what they need. Not it. Godric's not going to save you. And if anything, it's only going to get worse. No attack. Keep a Vindicator back. Red's wall to climb is far too high. At least he can now cast a spell. Oof, I'm glad I have the Archangel now. Menace. Sure is big. Poor Archangel. You can't attack. You tapped out, sir. You didn't read the card. I sense a crater. No? Well, at least he's let it go. Oh, there we go. Realization dawning on him. Well, this is definitely making a mockery of mono red, isn't it? Let's go for another match, and I'll catch everyone later. See you soon. Magic Arena Standard Rank Best of 1. Thanks for joining us once again. Going first, good. Forecasting cost is only 2 mana, not as good. The Thrall is only really ideal on certain types of decks, otherwise he's many times a jump blocker. After, you know, posing as a threat here and there. I admit I must be sharper with him sometimes. Enough of that shenanigans, he says. I would like to play more shenanigans if it matters. Not yet, though. We're going to bait you with an Emperor first. I got a feeling you got a lot of big happiness in that hand. Ready for anything I cast. You cast any spell on the 3 now?
I am the Emperor of Kamigawa, and
The
I
variety
will
of colors you got
protect my
going there.
people.
We knew this was happening. Edict time.
Let your blade do the talking.
Well, let's drain all his cards. Let's make him nervous more first. And then we'll play our bigger cards and hopefully they don't have too many answers for. Hello, underdog. Giddy up. Alumni Tenebris. Officer, I guess you'd go after. You don't want me drawing more cards. Ooh, another kill creature card. Good to see, good to see. Well, let's just poke you for 2 and see if we can get another reaction out of you with another Emperor. That was a positive engagement. Hello again.
I've learned much during my travels. Let me show you. We must protect the people.
Let's go with the attack first to wear them down.
We've got the edge in this fight.
Well, lost options now. There you go. He's got a lot of anti-creature in his hand. Hey, trespasser. We're just gonna both
Remember
come on
your
in.
training.
Really? No, the other one. Yeah, there you go. He has no plans to keep her. Or had no plans, rather. Let's wait to see what else you got. You're playing crazy over there. Drop that card fast. Well, I mean, I guess it's top 5, right? Desperate for land. Oh, your own form of sadness over there. And done. Hard to come back from mana hindrance and let me have the board so long. But you have to play for that stuff. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in the next match. See you in a bit. Standard rank, best of one, Magic Arena. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We're going to try and give ourselves a good chance of winning another match. Get our recruitment officer out there. After Jay Rizzle throws a card back to the deck. And launches a veteran. This could be a tough match if this is one of those life game ones. No, really. What are you? You are certainly a card, aren't you? Hang tight for the turn, see what comes out. Not much, apparently. End of their next turn, eh? What does he do when he goes into play? It's in the beginning of the end step. Let's slow him down a bit though. Only one spell a turn, Cowpoke. Unless the spell you use is the one that removes the high noon, in which case then you can spell and cast more. Rocco, you're pretty good. I'm going to play, put something else into play. But I do like that card. So have your token. No, I think I'm going to have to hang back because I got nothing to get over that. An exile deck, eh? Playing for exile. Well, I don't need any of that, so that doesn't matter. I can play a card this turn only because then I get to play a card next turn. But for now, let's attack with the Archangel. Try and wear it down some, I guess. It's a long ways off. Oh, drawing 3 cards. That makes no difference. Armadillo. Armadillo and War Leader's Call. He's only going to be able to play 1. Expedited Inheritance. Messy, messy, messy. I like the deck concept though. What do you do with it? You know, all this stuff in exile. You need the Rocco hard then. You gonna do something with all the food token plans you got going? Stopping something from doing something. Let's just make sure they don't have many options. Aren't you interesting? I don't think he'd ever let it live. I mean, it's just look at it. Chip, chip, chip. Jay Rizzle, coming for your chip. Right? That's all I'm doing. I'm just letting him draw more cards. Well, there you go. You're one thing to cast. Hey, went for that. Well, that's good. Well, I'll come back next turn. But you can cast Nether right now? No, he chose nothing. Another high noon out there. Seems to be something you're not a fan of. Well, yeah, need that. And that too. The game knows me well. It blocks with 1. I can't do anything else to it but hit him for 1. He's got a lot there to give me some pause. What do you have? Lots of cards. I don't know why. Getting it all out there now. Odd they choose not to do anything with it all though. do you got, Jay Rizzle? 5 cards in your hand. 2 of your get lost have been blown through. I'm just gonna take her. Unless you still have options. There you go. Do I put the 2 down? Makes it expensive to attack me. There's 3 get lost done now. Must be a big plan going on over there. Jay Rizzle deep in thought. Show me how it gets done. Killing all my high noons. Sure is getting a lot of creatures. Not going to attack me with much though. Next, I need those. Always the little one. No, he's saving up for something. I mean, it's your call, bud. We'll just end it right there. Hello, Quintorius Khan. Wonder if you have a very specific 4-card. Yeah, no. Target artifact to deal 3 damage to something. Shoot my Vindicator. Shoot his own creature, just so he can draw some more cards. What are you trying to drive to though? What are you hitting the hard so hard for? Bigger, bigger, bigger. I can see why he didn't like my high noons. No, you're not doing anything. Back you go. Yeah, you owe me a lot of mana if you're gonna do that. I guess he just chose not to.
Feel the energy of battle, then guide it like water.
Guess we'll start
I have got new moves
putting
to
things out
teach
there,
you.
right? Make things more expensive. a big train of whatever it is that's coming. Thank you, but no thanks. That's a good card. I can't have it anytime soon, but we'll pump some things up here. I guess he had enough. Maybe he had no way to handle it. Maybe everything he had coming was going to cost too much to attack. I mean, it was going to be expensive to attack. And the Might was going to defend anything if he couldn't get to it that turn. Maybe. I don't know. Either way, I like the win. Thanks for checking the matchup, guys. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one. Magic Arena. Standard ranked best of one. I like this start as far as the mana goes. Let's see what stored process can produce. Yeah, just to be annoying. Nobody likes the Might. It's one of those cards you have to kill or it just starts protecting too much. See? Yeah, gotta kill the Might. Just like you usually have to kill Thalia too. Things that make things more expensive are sad. Oh, Raffine. I do not like you, said Sam I am. You can't do both. The Vindicator's not any good if he's gonna die. Raffine is always gross. Oh yeah, gotta get rid of him. He's one of those cards that just get out of control if you let him. Doesn't like Mathalia. Nobody likes it. Oh, Vindicator, do you live? I do not know. Cavrabat takes the Emperor. La Forge, he realizes, is trash. Got land that he wanted. Ooh, the Emperor's coming. Well, we're just gonna sit right here and not do anything. Oh, Emperor. Ruiner of so much hope. I should know I like having them. What I don't like is having 7 lands in my first 12 cards. There's not much variety there to win with. Right, like we'll ever see 2. I don't like that Emperor. Yeah, that's enough to make me just scared right there, buddy. Oh, and an island. Your deck just gets better and better. Meanwhile, I'm just going to collect land here for a bit, alright? Hope you don't mind. Especially with the Emperor over there. Ugh. Well, at least I don't have to worry about pulling any more sundown passes. I don't mind the high noon. I can even use it right away if I wanted to. But I do not. I need something to protect my Vindicator. A Might would be nice. Like that one. Ruthlessly cut down. Fairy Mastermind. Given stored to process all he can hold. Take another Vindicator, I guess. You are putting a lot of cards. So maybe board clear is not in the future, but it sure seems like it. Thrall's not bad for now. We'll put out the officer. It'll help us draw hopefully another Might. For now though, we're hanging back here because we're afraid of the Emperor. And I need something else to pressure the Emperor into things. Going right for the throat, eh? He has been gotten. Now I face the onslaught. Oh, good. My Thrall's going to block your bat. And I'm going to get my other Phyrexian back. Taking the 4. You can't play anything else either, isn't that sweet? We'll take that too. You're having a problem with the other one, so maybe you'll not like this one either. Cast a Vindicator and still could cast a High Noon if I wanted. Run, officer. Yeah, I was afraid of that one. Probably afraid of the A2 you're still holding.
Anyone who harms my people must contend with me.
So it doesn't matter.
Strike fast and strike hard.
No, don't want anything now. Pass. Let's really make it High Noon. Don't like the Emperor. Well, we're gonna sit. I think I could take the bat out, especially if he's gonna bother wasting points on the Emperor. Ooh, that's gonna be a rough one too. If we take the bat out, we get our own Emperor back. Restless Reef. As long as the Vindicator's there, he's not doing anything. So his next point of interest is eliminating that Vindicator. just get here, please.
I guess that's that.
Oh, so much pain right there. No, I can still kill the bat. This will be the last turn to do it. And that pretty much opens up the floodgates for him dumping his hand. He just puts another one down just like that. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta go. Before you started getting too big. Not even big enough. Well, at least we're gonna make some things interesting now. Well, at least until it dies. Oh, bat. You drive me unbelievably insane. You know that, right? Okay, I gotta get it out. Can't let the Emperor die in my hand. Now back to you, Andy. Bat.
I've learned much during my travels.
Oh,
Let
yeah.
me show you.
Ha ha ha.
I have got things to teach you. Strike fast and strike hard.
Two options. And one doesn't even give me damage. No, well, you're still very dead. Uh-oh. Sure wish I had the Archangel right now. This isn't gonna help me find one though. I just got 5 cards of me. Nothing to me. That's a good card to get. Do I see what card he throws in the way of the Vindicator first? It's the Seer that's got to go. Theoretically, I might be able to take them all out this turn. All the flyers, that is. I don't know. How would I just kill him instead? Too much power! Alright. There you go, guys. I'm going to make this the end of the video here. That's pretty much the name of the game. Limit your opponent's options and start pushing through. If you liked what you see, give me a subscribe and a comment or two. Actually, the last video, someone helped me figure out one of my audio issues. That's wonderful. I'm going to start producing videos without that stupid static in the background. I'm such a noob. Anyway, guys, I hope your day's going great. I hope you're enjoying the warmer weather, at least here in North America. And you guys have a great time. Take care, and I'll see you next time for the next deck concept. Have a good one.